Amazing.
And we're live.
Episode number
What's up?
28. Two
28.
gentlemen.
Yes.
28, yes.
We are joined by a recurring guest as well as a new guest.
Yes.
I don't know. Where are they on your screen, Ali?
There, one's down. All right, Vinamre is on my left. And Naqaab?
Yeah.
Right? Is
Down
that how
here.
I say it?
So
Yes.
I must be
Yep.
pointing at you now. Anyways, welcome to the show, you guys.
Welcome.
I'm really happy you're here. And
Yes.
and Vinamre, I watched the episode with Ali. I was so upset I couldn't join, but then again, I had exams, so
This is why we come back. This is why we're here.
Fuck yeah,
All right.
man.
Yes,
I've been
yes.
looking forward to speaking to you, especially with the the list, the extensive list that we discussed before the podcast. It's such a big pleasure to sit with you and have this conversation.
yeah,
That was just my
pleasure's all
spiel.
mine.
Now Naqaab can go on and say more stuff.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a pleasure, man. I mean, I don't know what I signed up for exactly.
Oh, you signed up for a ride, buddy.
Yes,
You
yes.
signed up for a ride.
Oh, yes, I see. Yes.
Okay, so tell us
as-
a little
as
about
fuck.
yourself. Okay, that's okay. We're
Yes.
keeping a tally,
Cool.
right?
Cool.
So let us
Yeah.
know about yourselves. Tell us who you are, what you do, where you're from, how you know either of us or none of us.
Sweet. So I'll go first. My name is Vinamre Kasana. On the internet, I have this podcast called the Vinamre Kasana Show, eponymously titled, where I get on India's cultural heroes, mostly people that I'm interested in, to dig their mind and see what's how they think, what they're doing in their fields, that sort of thing. Beyond that, I have been a grad of Boston University, just like Ali, where I met him at orientation, and we bumped into each other several times across the years and shared many drinks and sometimes a doobie or two. And in the process, we collaborated creatively a bunch. And Ali had this weird knack with creating like films that didn't have, that didn't make sense, and I was up for that. And so Ali was on my podcast as well. Beyond that, I am from Faridabad, which is a town right next to New Delhi. And yeah, right now I'm in Faridabad because of COVID, just fucking podcasting and getting high.
Very
Yes.
cool.
Beautiful.
What about you, Dean?
Nicely done.
Nicely done.
So I'm an underground rapper based in New Delhi. I go by the name Naqaab. And I know Vinamra through a common friend of ours, Arjun. So we actually create a lot of content together, and that's how through him I've been really getting into podcasting. As a guest, or even I'm thinking of starting my own podcast. Because I love conversation as much as anyone else, and that's what
Very nice.
brings me here.
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right.
Yes.
So, you said you were a rapper. That's very interesting to me. So, what does it? What are your experiences with underground rapping per se? Since you said
What's
you were-
what's the difference between underground rapping and above ground rapping also?
I guess above
yes.
ground.
Yes,
I
go
don't
for
know,
it.
to be honest.
All right. So an underground, scene defined in opposition to a mainstream scene in any, country or in any particular economy. So underground rappers in America, would be say Rock Marciano, Ka, like some of these MCs who I listen to from New York. What's his face? Mark Homie. I would call those guys underground MCs in that scene. Underground MCs soon get signed, or they just release their own mixtapes. They're just not signed by any major label. They do all the work themselves. In Delhi, what that means is the mainstream scene is defined by the kind of hip hop that's commercially viable here, or which is there in movies, or which is sort of palatable to audiences. Whereas the underground scene, in opposition to that, is based on pure, hip hop, like the roots of hip hop. We have ciphers here. There are MCs who meet each other. There's music coming out, which is not backed by any major label. So.
I mean, if that's how we're gonna define it, then I'm sure you know who Chance the Rapper is.
Oh yeah,
Of course.
Yeah.
Is he underground
mean-
or above ground? What?
Yeah, it's
what's
the
his
underground
height?
because he's
Yes.
not he's not signed to a major
Yeah.
label, but he's considered mainstream.
Yeah, so he's very innovative that way. The way we have MCs like that in New Delhi and in India as well, who do a really good job of blending between those two things. So yeah, to each his own. I really respect his hustle for
Yep.
that reason.
Mhm. So are SoundCloud rappers technically underground rappers then? All like SoundCloud rappers then? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Do you have to play? Do you have to like rap your own music live underground for it to be underground?
I'm not really a huge fan of the term myself. I just like I just like
Fair enough. Fair enough.
That's good. All right. That's fair. So wait, so you perform, do you like performing more? Do you like recording more? Some of your tracks?
um
Hmm.
so yeah, I started off, like 4 or 5 years ago when I was living in LA, and um there was this particular album by Earl Sweatshirt that came out at in 2015, called "I Don't Like Shit, I Don't Go Outside." And when I heard that album, before that I was, I used to write some, like, I was slightly into hip hop, but I didn't really consider myself as having any talent or being that good. I didn't really dedicate my time towards it. But once I heard that album, things changed for me. It was just a period of time in my life where I was looking for answers, and that was a life changing
Did you
moment.
find them?
Since then,
Do you find your answers?
no,
Yes.
not really.
Hmm.
It was just
It's
like, I had just gone through a breakup. I didn't have a job, and just the hip hop gave me, something to do and something to spend my time with, which made sense to me.
Okay. Yeah. So how did you start? Like,
interesting.
how did you start out to begin with?
So
Were you like
yeah,
freestyling, or were you, I don't know,
yeah.
playing
five
with
years
beats?
ago, I started.
Hmm.
I mean, there's a lot of things involved here, man. Like, any good rapper, starts off as a fan. So you have to be a really good listener and a student of the game. So you have to study through the greats and understand the technicalities of what they're doing. And then I was writing my own lyrics, understanding the different facets of what's involved. Like, for example, rhyme schemes are a different ball game, and then wordplay is a different thing, and then increasing your vocabulary, or understanding the rhythms and cadences. Really, just like, you start off learning the technicalities which are available to everyone, but
Hmm.
soon enough you find your own voice. Once you have spent a lot of time, written a lot of verses, maybe worked on some songs, and freestyled and all these different things, you end up finding your own voice. So then you change from a rapper to an artist. And that transition happened for me, say, about a year ago, when I launched my debut EP, and had a string of notable performances around in the local scene. And since then it's been
So
a little bit.
so since you're a student of the game, who was the master in your
Mm.
eyes?
Oof.
Oh, the master.
Oof.
All right, so
Word.
oh, that's
Go
great.
on.
That's a great question. That's a
Mm.
great question. I like where this is going. So when you think about the greats, a lot of people mention rappers from the '90s. They mention rappers from the 2000s,
Right.
which is fair. Technically those were some of the more gifted MCs, or the more at that time, hip hop was larger as a scene, so that, it makes sense why people know those guys. But for me, the true OGs are from the '80s, where the scene was actually underground, and
Yes,
they
not
were
mainstream.
the
Hmm.
right. So for example, Rakim, KRS-One, and these guys for me are OGs. I would say, who else would I put there? Those two guys for sure. Big Daddy Kane,
Hmm.
these kind of guys.
It's funny.
I
So your
see.
influences come mostly. It's interesting to me to see how rap is now growing in the Indian scene, right? As you know,
Mhm.
versus like
Yeah.
it's been growing in the United States for the past like 30 years, but now
Mhm.
it's like now it's crossed the seas like COVID. It jumped it jumped ship, and now it's in India, right? When did this start?
Yeah.
Are you like relatively newer to this game, or is it like is there already a community there doing it?
I don't really look at myself,
I see.
like I don't care about what happens here. When I started rapping, I was based in LA, and my influences are all African Americans, and I'm just the reason that I rap in my local language is because if I try to rap in English, or if I try to sound black, or if I try to appropriate things which are not directly of my culture,
It's
I'm
not gonna work.
I'm simply appropriate.
It's inauthentic. No, it's inauthentic too. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
I
not
don't
being
know.
yourself.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, Ali and Ali.
I
You know,
think
one of the things I like about Naqaab's rap a lot is there's been rap in the subcontinent for a while.
Hmm.
You know, there's this one guy called Baba Sehgal who's been doing like funny esque rap
Hmm.
since the '90s, but no one took him seriously. But
Yeah.
So it's like a
you know,
little
my
Dicky kind of vibe.
yeah, my parents listened to him, used to. But now, at least with Naqaab, the way I was introduced to him was in
Mm.
LA. I hope I can say this, we were smoking a J in one of his friends' apartments, and I just met him. And, you know, he has a song about a J, you know, no, nothing grand there. But I listened to this song, and it was the first time I felt that, you know, someone who is from Delhi, who spoke in my lingo, was speaking about something that I cared about, you know, not to come off on this podcast as like, you know, a stoner bum, but like that's generally my was a pretty high priority back in the day, right? And it was like he talked about the socio-political situation in India around weed, and just, you know, like using different tropes from our language. And so I think the way it's become right now, at least as a listener and like as a layman listener of the scene, is that people tend to stick around those, at least, who are like as authentic as possible. I mean, I like regional rap better than I like general rap that's
Hmm.
dedicated to, you know, people across the subcontinent. Like the stuff that you guys were talking about before the podcast, you know, like does he rap about bitches and money? Like, I mean, like, you know, it's a very like over the top trope that almost everyone does. So yeah, it's much different now. This is a
Mhm,
great time for Indian rap, all things considered.
mhm,
It is. I listen. Rap, wherever it is all based on basically you have this idea and you have a good way of putting it in a lyrical rhyme scheme, and you have a great delivery. You know.
mhm,
So, for example, my like the people I listen to a lot when it comes to hip hop is like all the greats you can think of, be it J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar. Who else do we have? We have Eminem is great.
mhm.
One of my friends, he's gonna
You
laugh at
said
this
you
because he
comparing
knows.
J. Cole to Eminem. Come on, man. Come on. What are you talking about, dude?
To me, they're all on the
They're all the
same
same
level.
page.
To me,
Okay.
yeah,
Mhm,
because if you listen to J. Cole, he's not just rapping about like clothes or branding or like, oh, my voice cracked, clothes or branding or
mhm,
like, you know, sipping lean or doing drugs and all that stuff. No, he has a message. He really does have a message, you
mhm,
know, and
mhm.
he's
Mhm.
putting out there. So I don't know, is your like when you do these I don't know what to call them. Do we call them rap or do we call them songs or
Oof.
Yeah,
Your
I mean,
poetry.
either of those places work.
all right, poetry. So
Yes.
when you do your work, is it what kind of like what's your goal behind it? That's what I want to know. Like
Mm,
where's your end point?
mm,
Mhm. So, I really started off
Mm.
as a fan of artists and as a fan of poetry itself. So when I got into it, I got into it from a multifaceted sort of interest. The reason why you do this is, as an artist, you have something to say, or you have a urge to express yourself, but you just don't have the medium or the tools. So once you find that, once you find your medium, or once you get better at the tools you use to do that, it's just for me, it's just about expressing myself. And that's pretty much my goal when i
How do
when i go into.
how do you know when a song's done? So you're recording the song, you've written the lyrics and stuff, right? So you
Mhm,
like usually come up with the beats more, or
mhm.
right? So tell me about your process from like a song
Right,
idea to like song
Z
released. Yes.
releasing it.
right. So as far as that's concerned, it's always different. There's
Mhm.
no formula, there's no rule to this, because when we work, like in the beginning, when you're starting out, or when you're sort of when your skills aren't very polished, at that time, things are a task for you. You have to get yourself to write and all these things. But once you reach a certain point, it's just a state of play for you. So you go there, you just do your thing, like
Mhm.
you're having fun, you're joking. There's narcotics involved in the studios, and like you just sort of, you're in the zone, and like it's always different. So for example, I need to be doing stuff anyways. Like I
Yes.
need to spend my time writing stuff. So I already have a lot of stuff in my mind now. If I hear a specific beat, like which is sent to me or which someone plays for me, and if anything which I have worked on before, somehow fits on that beat, then that's a starting point for me there. Then I'm gonna look at
Yes, I see.
song, for example, a hook or a second word, or like what. And sometimes it's the other way around, where I'm not prepared for that beat. I receive something, and then I write about it. I write, I pick up a theme or something, or some kind of inspiration, and I write specifically to that beat. And so there are certain technical elements of songwriting. The
Mhm.
rest is all feeling, like what you feel. Like I said, after a point, for you it becomes a natural, it's a natural extension of your body. So you're just expressing how you feel. Like if I have a breakup, I'll just write about, like, it will be very natural however it happens.
All right. That's amazing that you say that. Um, you just practice and practice and practice the technicalities of it until it became like second nature to you, right? So yeah,
Right.
let's talk about that process before you became like so like
Right.
fluid, I guess, right? So tell me about, how did you literally practice? Like, were you just like practicing rhymes,
Hey, you
or
want to spit some ciphers, man?
So,
what
yeah, that was definitely part of it. Ciphers, like
what are ciphers?
being
Sorry, what are ciphers? I'm not
I was
yes.
a,
what I was asking him was, do you want to actually like rap for us?
A sway in the morning. Sway in the
Sway in
morning.
the morning.
Sway in
You ain't
all
got
right.
the answer, Sway. You ain't got the answer.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, all right.
All
Of
right, go ahead.
course. Yes, yes, yes. Well, since you bring it up.
maybe,
Mhm.
maybe at some point, but I thought that was a really interesting question. I
Yes, yes.
mean,
Answer that
my
question, and then we can just continue. Yes.
Yeah, my
Uh,
name is Ali, and I'm here to say.
so I'm blanking out now.
All
What
right. I
was
asked you about your process, right? Like about the
how did
technicalities
I get?
before
How did,
before you made your first song,
right.
right? Like, how are you even practicing?
Yeah.
Like, how do you even
Okay.
go about? Okay, I want to be a rapper. I need to like know words. I
Yeah.
need to know rhyme. I need to know rhythm or something. I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
What?
good. That's actually sums it up really well. So some of the things, they seem rudimentary at surface level, but it requires a great commitment from your side to get fluent in those things. So for example, words, like I have to know all the words, and like as many words as I
All the
know,
words. I
I
have to
need
know
to
all
know,
the words. That's what you
like,
said.
consciously.
Yes.
Like you know,
Pokemon, gotta know them all.
it may sound like, I told you, I warned you, man. It
Mhm.
sounds ridiculous, but
Yes.
it's just
It,
it is
it
what it
doesn't.
is.
I
Wait.
understand because I used to be a lyricist,
Oh, wait.
but
Oh
then
wow.
I got made fun of and I stopped. So we can continue.
Give him
Moving
away.
on.
Wait,
All right.
Moving. Back,
was this hip hop as well? Or
yeah, it was hip hop back in school.
Damn,
dope,
man.
man. I mean, yeah, I personally, like when I started out, I wasn't very good, and I just didn't really care about that. So that's what's different, I guess. You suck a lot, and then that's part of it.
And then you get through it, and then you become good
Yep.
at some point.
Then you
Yeah.
become good. That's true.
Hmm.
Did you
So
reach that
Exactly.
point where you start mixing like English and Indian, like in the
Hindi.
same like Hindi? Sorry,
Yes.
so
Hindi.
so yeah, like I said,
My bad.
it's all good, man.
My
It's all
bad.
good.
I'm just fucking with you.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. What do you say in Kuwait? Is it Arabic or Kuwaiti?
Ooh.
Arabic. No, the dialect is Kuwaiti, but
Yes, you could say
the
Kuwaiti.
language in general is Arabic.
Mhm.
So the dialect
Okay.
is Kuwaiti.
I just wanted to confirm.
Yes, yes.
Got you there, Vinamre.
Oh, gotcha. Sips tea. Naqaab, so you learned all the language, all of the Hindi language? You're a master now of
No,
the
it's
words?
just,
Mhm.
no. What happens is you have to be aware. Like you have to have this intent inside you to over time get better at these things. Knowing words at the top of your head as in an aware manner, and like
Yeah.
know which ones rhyme and how syllables interact with each other. And basically, at this point, a lot of these things are very internalized in my mind. So if I freestyle, there when it comes to words, it's not just any word. It's like there are specific words. Like this is how I started in hip hop. So it's really funny.
So you
You
increase
know,
like vocabulary, right? Your vocabulary of
so
like
so this
Hindi
is
words.
I'll give you a really good example of how I started off.
Go ahead.
I used to listen to a lot of rap, American rap, like just rap music in general. And so my whole thing was, I don't want to I want to contribute something new to this culture. Like
Mhm.
that's how I look at it.
Mhm.
Like I am actually a fan of the culture, and I want to contribute something new to it. So my experiences, my language, my hood, like where I'm from, that contributes something new to the culture. So this is how I started off.
Sorry,
If a
the
rapper,
culture? Yeah, the culture. What are you referring to? Like hip hop culture or
hip
Indian?
hop culture,
All
hip
right,
hop
so
culture.
general hip hop culture. All right, cool.
Yeah, you need to contribute something new. You're taking from something, you're borrowing from something, interacting with it. So I try to nurture that. Like I want to see good in hip hop. I care about those things, and I want to contribute something good to hip hop, something different, so that hip hop itself evolves. Like as a new person who's just born or whatever, that's what you are trying to do. So like I started off with, like, say a specific person is talking about how much weed he smokes, or how many bitches like he's been with, or how many cars he has. So what I do is, like, I convert all of those specific things in Hindi. Like, what are the different words for smoking weed in Hindi? What are the different paraphernalia related to that, and what are the words for that? And which ones of those are funny in my culture? And how can I refer to bitches or whatever, women? What are the different slangs in my culture which
I
I can
see Ali
use
Al
to
Shamari
Bitches.
backing away in his
Yes,
chair.
bitches aren't women. Sorry, we have to separate. Not all women are bitches.
Okay, yeah, wait. I
Yes.
think we should
Yes.
make this clear first
Yes.
before we
My
continue
bad.
or this conversation goes any further. We do not condone the use. We do not condone the use of any sorts of drugs.
Yes,
We do not condone smoking weed,
Yes.
especially in Kuwait.
Yes.
Mom, I do not do it. I promise you.
These are some bums we
Okay.
found on the. Yes, they do
Oh
not.
yeah.
They do not reflect. Yes. Also,
Yeah,
not all women are bitches. We
Not
treat
all
Yeah,
women
women are
parents of
respect.
bitches.
Ali and Ali, we're actually homeless in India, and we're living in a hostel, and this is how we do it.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
trying to do it as a favor to get them, some views.
We're
Yeah,
bad
Listen to their
company.
music. Yes.
my bad for that, guys. So what
Yes.
I meant is,
Proceed.
if if you're
It's
referring to
empty. I'm
women,
done.
if you're talking about women and that's a theme, every form of poetry has themes. Like Sufi poetry, which I'm really into, that has different themes. That's how I learned about poetry. So in that, there are specific themes. Either a union with the beloved, separation from the beloved. So every poem in that is written along those themes, and then there are different inside references, like certain things which only people who hear a lot of Sufi music will understand those references. And that's how hip hop music works. Like when a rapper is talking about his gun, the model of his gun, the model of his car, or the exact brand of alcohol that he's consumed, and all these things, these are signaling of sort which makes you either part of an in group, which makes you understand a specific lifestyle, or like so these are basically the themes of that form of poetry. So when you see a particular theme, so whether it's a car or it's women or whatever, either you basically are talking about how you have been with a lot of women, or you're talking about how some women broke your heart, or you're talking about that you don't want to chase women, you want to chase money. So you're referring to the theme in a different way, but like how you refer to the theme is where the poetry lies. And that's the same thing with, you can refer to cars and all these things, but what
That's
exactly
right, yeah.
you're saying, like Cole says, J. Cole would say a different, he'll be like, I don't care about cars, or I don't care. So he's talking about the same thing, but with a different angle.
Perspective. Whoa.
Point
That's
of view. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Damn,
Hip hop
that is-
deconstructed. That's kind of cool. So it's like just it's just like
Yeah.
this one culture, right? And each individual takes their own take, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
For me, that was language, and for me, it was always like I saw myself as in the position of a pioneer more than a copier. Like, as in, I copy a lot from, like, I learned from the greats of hip hop who are black, but like, as far as what I'm doing in my country is concerned, I've always seen myself as the person who's trying to bring that here. So whatever I need, like, how do I change, still do that, but in my language or for my city. And so we're some of the first people who are doing that out here, right?
So you
That's
said some of the
very
first people. So it's not mainstream in India yet, like hip hop or
Uh,
like.
it has always been there to some degree or the other, but the level of repping my hood and the level of rigor that I'm describing, and the way, something which actually adds to the culture, we are living in one of the better times, I would say, right now.
I see. All right. Nice. Cool. Even though that now these times are COVID times, and you're probably not gonna be able to play live anytime soon, right?
Yeah, that's
Not
why everyone's on
not
podcast right now, man. That's the way it is, right?
That's the way. That's the way to do it. Honestly,
mean,
true. We banked on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a week full of different activities that I was supposed to do that I'm going to convert all of that into content, because it's just the way it is. It's a bunch of Zoom calls for comedy, Zoom calls for rap, Zoom calls for just fucking family dinners, wines, all of those things.
Yes, convert it all to
That's what
content.
it is, right?
There you go.
You
There
would
go.
never find Indian rappers on a Zoom call, but here we are.
Yeah, there we go. That's true. That's true. But here's my advice to you. Since you have all this time in the world, and we might never have, another COVID
Until the fall.
Until
Wave
the
two.
fall. Like you never know. So take your time, invest in yourself some more, so that you can write new material or try and find the new technique. Don't be that 15-minute fame, one hit wonder kind of guy. The whole point of rap, like, you have the whole hype rap, then you have the low and slow rap, then you have the I'ma kill you bitch rap, and then you have the getting on drugs rap. You have these different aspects and parts of rap that you can learn your way through, and spend time on yourself. Try and find the answers that you told us you were looking for in the beginning.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help you with your writing.
Yeah, it's true.
It's
true. What answers are you looking for, Naqaab?
That's true. Maybe the two Ellies can
Maybe we
help.
can. With the three, yes, all of us here, we can maybe find something for you.
I don't really have any. I'm not looking for anything. Like
Okay.
Like I said, I found what I was looking for within hip hop, and I've had my years of struggling, finding my voice, not being good, spending. For me, at this point, it's more about as long as I keep spending time at it, I sort of know where I'm going or what to do. And I'm not one of those guys who just within their first year when they started rapping, they started releasing material and stuff. I took the practice thing very seriously, and for a long time nobody knew what I was up to.
But Naqaab, didn't you say to me in private that it's all about bitches, money, and weed at the end of it for you? Didn't you say that to me?
What?
Didn't you say that to me in private, that, bro, all of this is just bullshit? I'm here for the bitches, money, and weed. You said that repeatedly.
Get exposed.
No, that's he's making shit up, man.
Right,
Get exposed.
Yes, I can tell.
You heard it. You heard it here first on the A2 podcast, A2 the show. He's in it for the SMD.
Oh, it's true.
Sex, money, and drugs.
Fuck yeah.
Well,
Ali Al Shammari getting bold on this podcast.
Calling people out. Yes.
That was
Your
my
friend
goal.
said it.
Any defense for yourself, Naqaab, or do we just take it what these guys said? Yeah.
Tell him you ain't got that, Sir Vinamre.
You ain't got the answers.
You ain't got
the
that.
answers.
Well, I mean, that's all I'm gonna say, man. If that was my goal, then I'm feeling right now. But
Okay.
if what I originally said was my goal, then I'm on track.
Yo.
Yo.
Some meta
All right.
shit.
On that note. Sway in the morning. Sway in the morning versus Naqaab. Can you
All right.
can you drop us a little? What's it called, Vinamre? What's he say it was?
A cipher?
A cipher?
A cipher. Yes.
What's a cipher? Isn't that like a sword or something?
No.
No,
What?
man. I mean,
What?
is it a no? That's a
Cipher.
saber.
That's a
This
saber.
would technically be a cipher unless one of you is rapping with me.
Oh,
A
yeah.
cipher is when a group of MCs meet each other.
I see.
So how does it go?
Yeah. So
I'll-
this would be a freestyle then, right?
all right. Let me try it out. I'll go ahead and do it. I volunteer
All
as
right.
tribute.
Oh,
for it.
Yeah.
Go.
Fuck yeah.
Wait,
fuck
wait,
yeah.
wait.
Go
Let
for
me
it.
play a little beat since we're here. Let's play a little beat here.
Let's do it.
Go. Let's
This
go.
is dope.
Ooh.
That sounds
All right.
familiar.
It's Eminem's "Lose Yourself," I think.
Something
Right,
like that.
right.
Go for it. Ali Shimmer, you want to go? Yo.
Yo, yo, yo. All right. We in the show talking to Vinamre. He might be cool. Also, Andre. I don't know what I'm saying. It's embarrassing. I'm gonna pass this to Adi Radai, I think is how you say it. I don't know. I suck at rapping. This is why I stopped.
Close enough, man. Close enough.
All right, take it away.
That was alright. दिल्ली की सड़कों पे निकले मैं और मेरे साथी सारे बंदे अपने दल में काफी खुराफाती मिलने आया तिवारी लेके अपनी फरारी पैसेंजर सीट में उसकी थी एक चिल्लम सवारी हुक्का हमने दबा के KFC के आगे खींचा भर के चिल्लम तले मुर्गे खा के खींचा चुपके क्वार्टर ठेके पे लगा के ठूसे तले आलू केचप में डुबा के चुप कर पुत्र तू है केजरीवाल भूख हड़ताल से भी जाली करता बातें गुंडे में वाली वाली तान के छाती सबको पता है बंदूक भी नहीं चलानी आती जेबें नहीं केवल तेरे वादे भी है होता है हमला भारी जब अखाड़े में घुसता है आजाद लौंडा होनहार जब से चढ़ा प्यार का बुखार ख्वाबों का इनकलाब फकीरों की शराब करने आया एक और बीट का अंतिम संस्कार
Fire in the booth. Fire in the
That was
booth.
sick.
Fire in the booth.
All right, dope.
I understood every single word of that.
Wait, I did not understand a single word of that. What? Wait. All right, cool. Can you give us something in English, though? Can you give us something in English? How about that?
That's not how I can freestyle.
Sure.
I could
If you
freestyle
could.
in English.
Yes.
I can fuck
Go
around.
for it. Fuck around. with
Tiago's gonna have a fun time translating this.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, man, I'm
Tiago, I love you. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to
But who is
create my
Tiago?
own voice, you know.
Tiago,
Tiago's our
our
editor.
editor. He edits our
Fuck
video
yeah.
for $1. Every morning, I wake him up and I give him a back rub. And he comes to me and he's like, Ali, I like your show. And I just want you to know that you
I
are
can't
indeed
do
my bro.
anymore.
Yeah, it's our show. And I can do whatever I want on this show. Because I made it and here we are. And look
Yo,
how
it's our show.
far we've come with the 4 of us on the show. It was just me and Ali to start it off. No. And now we got Vinamre and
Yeah.
Naqaab. And oh man, good job.
Can you stop now?
There we go.
That was
Very
good.
nice.
That was good. That was 70s rap for you. Yes.
That
All
was
right.
70s
Amazing.
rap. All right.
Sway in the morning. Sway in the morning. You don't know.
Sway in the morning.
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, what is that? What is that slang? What does sway in the morning mean?
He's a radio host like hip hop artist, and then he makes them freestyle. You should listen to Childish Gambino's freestyle. He's
Yes.
really good.
Okay.
You should. He's good. That's with the
Sway
whole
in the morning.
Kanye ordeal. You ain't got the answers. You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Yes.
That Lil
That's-
Dicky one is dope, man. Lil Dicky fucking killed that shit.
Man, Lil Dicky,
great.
he's amazing. He is amazing.
There we
He is.
go.
All right, I think
Yes, phenomenal.
I think we reached that time.
You think so?
What's
I
up?
wanted to ask Vinamre another personal question.
You have more questions? All right, go
Yes.
ahead.
Please ask me personal questions.
Did you have more fun on this episode or the previous episode? You can be honest with me. How do you think we can improve this this format here?
You're gonna ask me that live?
Go for it. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, I mean,
Bro,
dude, I
it
was
is.
feeling great because you see, I just practiced nudism an hour before this, and that should end off your list, Ali Al Shammari. I was being nude just like 10 minutes before the podcast, I was just exercising nude. I had some good meditation, so I was feeling really good. Beyond that, I just wanted to bring my friend Naqaab here to sort of like see what we could do with an international podcast. I think it was sweet. Like you guys asked questions that were simple. Like you're not trying to like get in the what do you eat for breakfast sort of stuff, but it's just like things that you're curious about. Like it's funny that since him and I talk in Hindi, to see this side of both of ourselves in conjunction together with you guys and sort of have these four energies play out and then see how maybe his philosophy is articulated in English, which is something that I haven't heard personally, and then see you guys ask questions. So it was dope. I guess the only thing is you get better as you go along, and you're already this is episode 28.
This is episode 28. Whoa.
Episode 28.
Yeah.
29.
I think.
29.
See, that's sick. That's
Yes.
it's hardly been 3 weeks, a month. That's fantastic, man.
Yes.
Yeah,
True.
it is.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah,
getting
it's-
up for episode 100, which is going to be like, I don't know, with some, it's going to
Yes.
be bomb.
Like
Thank
3
you.
This is
months.
all-
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
that's in 2 more months.
my
Yeah,
God.
dude. Yeah, dude.
Dude, episode. What do you want to do for episode 100, Ali?
Well,
We haven't
I-
thought of this.
Ali Al Shammari,
Never crossed
Yes.
our mind.
I think you should talk about women. I think you should talk about what you desire. I
What
think
do you?
That'll be it.
Since we're here,
we
yeah,
can
Ali.
do it
We
now.
talked
I
about
mean, I
Ali.
could-
What do you desire? What do you desire, Ali? And then you have like a life goal, right? And that is
Yeah,
very
To be
different
the
than Naqaab's
greatest-
goal. I
yeah.
see.
Mine is
Uh-huh.
to be the greatest doctor who ever lived. Real talk.
Okay.
Slash podcast
Yeah.
host.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
right.
slash podcast. host. I mean, that's my thing on
What
the
sort of
side,
doctor do you
know?
want to be? Do you want to be a
I mean,
brain
I don't
surgeon,
really-
a gynecologist, a horse doctor? What?
A horse doctor. I see.
Yeah.
That's that's nothing to do with where I am. I'm a human doctor,
Oh.
also known as a
Oh,
doctor.
sweet.
You know, those are veterinarians, those who deal with horses. I'm very happy you confused both of us. That's great. You're getting on my good side, buddy. You really are.
No,
But,
but on a
for
serious
me,
note,
listen,
what is
yeah,
your
no.
specialization? Yeah.
Okay, so I might be just like my dad, but better. So ENT, ears, nose, and throat,
Mhm.
right? Or I might do cardiothoracic, so that's like the whole upper chest, lungs, and heart,
Sweet.
right?
Do you
No.
use those small needles to extract out ear wax from people's ears? Because that's something that ENTs do.
I mean, I'm still studying in med school, so
Okay, it's a great feeling to be on the other side and get your ear wax removed by an ENT.
I've
It's
done
just
it. My
so,
dad-
so refreshing.
listen, my
Yeah.
dad is like one of the best in the Middle East, you know, and he personally did my ears for me, like the cleaning, you know.
How am I supposed
Yes, I got an ass. I got an ass kicking because I told him you're basically a glorified ear cotton. It didn't end well. My sister's a dentist. I tell her she's a glorified toothbrush. Also doesn't go well.
That's Yeah.
But no, it's amazing. It's amazing. Everything from balance to like audio and hearing improve
Yeah.
so much when you get your ears clean. Yeah, it's a little
Yeah,
bit
man.
painful, but it's amazing.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
I
my
highly
sister
recommend it.
has this very weird, fucked up habit where we have like these stacks of Q-tips in our house, and she just
Q-tips,
uses
that's-
one every single day.
Every single day.
She uses, yeah, it's been a
Does
month. She
anything
just
accumulate after a single day? I feel like
no, I think it's just become an obsession at this point. But it's
I
just
see.
weird because then I also feel like I'm sharing a needle with her because she's like, "You want one?" And I'm like, "Fuck it, sure." And we're just both using Q-tips in our ears.
And you're just sitting and you're like,
Wait, isn't that
Yeah,
dangerous?
yeah,
Are
yeah.
you not supposed to Q-tip your
I
ear
mean-
like that? Isn't
I
that-
I mean,
no,
we're quarantined. It's like I
it
want to
depends.
flirt with death
It-
every once in a while, you know. So
That's
that's
true.
what I
it
do.
depends. Listen, it depends on how you're doing it. If you're doing it right, then it's not an issue. But if you're like pushing that,
I'm
shit
gonna
in, it
use your
can't
medical
plug
opinion
up,
and then blast my ears, my sister's ears, so that she can't hear. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna say Ali Al Shammari said that to me.
I have
Authority doctor.
nothing to do with. I am innocent of all charges.
see.
I am not guilty. Okay, no, but seriously, if we're gonna talk about this, you need to be careful with the way you. This isn't something I took from medical school. This is what I was told by my dad after he kicked my ass. Because I used to clean them, but I would at the same time like push them inside, and it almost clogged up my ear and like blocked. There, you have a membrane, right? The eardrum.
Yeah.
So you have the drumming and then the drum itself. If it sticks to the drum a lot, it's gonna be harder to suck off because it's like.
Oh, right. Because you just push it in
Right?
with the Q-tip.
Because I do this and I push it in a little bit.
Hmm.
So I kept doing that over a long period of time, and it was like this close to being like very dangerous. Like I almost went deaf in one ear.
See, what I usually try to do is I get like something like this, and I just go up. So I just let it go adjacent, and then I just try to scoop out as much as I can. Because if I go in, it starts paining. But yeah, it's weird to go on this tangent and talk about.
I think
my
the right
crazy
I think
obsession with
the right way
Yes.
is to like take it in like between the whole orifice or the whole canal,
and then
in
rotate
between,
it.
and then just down,
Scoop.
rotate outwards.
Oof. That's the
Right?
hack, guys. Make
That's
a
the
rap.
hack.
Make a rap
Fuck
about
yeah.
that. People need to know about this. People need the awareness. Naqaab, you need to make a rap about this because people don't know. I didn't know about this. I just found out.
Q-tips, they're
Q-tip.
so great. They clean your ear
Yes.
every day.
Q-tip. Oh,
I mean,
amazing.
there's a rapper called Q-Tip.
There's a rap.
Oh yeah, that's true.
He knows.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the one who collaborates with High Discovery, right?
I mean, yeah, that's one of the that's like a
Mhm.
retirement kind of thing for him.
All right,
He
okay.
peaked
Yes.
in the 90s.
Before
Acha.
we let you guys go, I have one final question for our friend Adi. Is that how you say that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, close
Yeah.
enough, man.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, fair.
Change the L
Uh,
to the D. You get Adi.
Pretty much, pretty much.
Oh,
Yes.
hey.
I
Anyways,
think. Yes. Your question.
my question is, and this is gonna backfire, I know. Kendrick Lamar or Eminem?
Oof.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go with Kendrick on that one.
Yes!
Even though,
Why do you
Yes! Thank you. I have my friend, right? He studies with me.
Yeah.
Me and him have this argument all the time. He always says
Right.
Kendrick, Eminem is the greatest of all time. He's the highest selling. I'm like, okay, but it's about the goddamn lyrics and the meaning behind the word. Eminem keeps rapping about his daughter or how much he hates his mom and wife. No one
Right,
cares.
right.
You heard it the first 30 times. You know?
Yeah,
I haven't
know.
even heard
You know,
Eminem. That's
Eminem-
funny.
Eminem had a very unique challenge in front of him though, because like not being black made him have to create a completely different new angle to talk about, and what he could talk about and his universe. And that's how I relate with him a lot. So I would place Eminem as a larger influence for me particularly, but as a student of the culture, I would place Kendrick personally, his discography and stuff.
Very diplomatic of you. Yes.
Hey,
Yes.
dog.
Yes. I see. All right.
K-Dub for life.
K dot for life.
K-Dot,
Eminem, dude, he's funnier. He's funnier by 1,000 times than Kendrick. Kendrick doesn't make me laugh. I'll
Mhm.
say that most of the time.
Listen,
Yeah,
Yeah,
think
Eminem was
if
on
you leave,
Mike
you
Tyson's
better change your
podcast.
option.
Just doing ridiculous.
Kendrick is too
Yes.
consistent, man.
Mm.
Kendrick is too consistent. He keeps getting better.
Yeah, like he
his
hasn't dropped anything that's meh, you know?
Right. Yep.
Like Eminem, with every like 10 songs, you have like 6 that are whoa, and 4 that are just like.
But that being
why?
said, like as a person, like just as a person, as a rapper, and not as an artist, like if you put the discography out of it, there are things which Eminem does which Kendrick has not put in the time. Like that's just not his thing. There are things which Eminem does which nobody can ever do. Like he killed it on some counts. He's the absolute greatest of all time on.
Oh
many
god
specific-
damn it! You took your answer, man.
My prediction is in the 2020s that rap is gonna die as a medium, and then we're gonna have a new kind of music that's gonna take over. Just how you had rock.
No, rap
was
isn't
big.
gonna die. Rap is gonna go into
No.
mumble
I
rap.
doubt
No,
it, man.
you doubt it.
No,
I don't.
It's
think
just been
gonna
too
die.
huge in the 2010s, just like Drake. It's been everywhere.
I
It's
don't
too
think it's ever gonna die.
oversaturated. No.
But it keeps evolving. That's the
I'm-
thing. It never
I'm
really does die as a
personally-
genre.
Mm-hmm.
No genre dies. Like there are people who think rock is still relevant, or like there are people who would be playing it, or it would exist in some form or the other. So I don't see it, ever dying anytime soon. But yeah, something else could become more popular. Who knows?
Who knows?
Right now, it's the moment of rap.
It's true. We'll find out soon enough.
Yes.
All righty.
So-
This was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for coming on.
This was.
Thank you
was-
guys
for
so
having
much
us.
for coming on. That was very.
I had a great
amazing.
time, guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
I wish I
we
was-
had a great time talking to you.
Yeah, and now it's
my
pimping time.
pressure. I wish I was asking more questions, but until,
You can ask us a question if you want to ask a question.
Yeah, like we don't have to
So-
necessarily end it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Just-
there's anything you want to know.
Awesome. Yeah. So, how did your journey? I'm curious how you guys met Vinamre. also how your creative journey started and how you got here. Those are two questions that I have.
Okay, I'll explain how we met, me and Ali. Okay, so me and Ali grew up together at a very, very young age.
We grew up at a young
People who
age.
regularly watch this people who watch this podcast regularly will know the story because we say it almost like every third or fourth episode. Basically, both our moms worked in the same company or something to that sort, and they introduced us to each other at a very young age of 4 or 5.
And the perfect
Regardless.
experiment.
know?
Yes,
And,
yes, exactly.
Basically, we grew up together, both named Ali, both similar age. I think he was like a few months older than me, so he got put into a higher class. But yeah, that's how we knew each other. And like those two, Boston University.
I know
or those
Vinamre
two,
from Boston
whichever way they
University,
are.
from our shenanigans. Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you get started podcasting and what? Like, how's your journey?
I'll tell you.
2 weeks ago.
It was
Yes.
Let's flash back to 48, no, 30, 20. What episode are we on? 29? Let's
20,
flash back to like 30,
sure.
33 days ago, right? 4 a.m. I get a call from Ali. Ali usually doesn't call me, right? So I'm like, oh, this must be important. He calls me. He's like, yo, I want to start a podcast. Your name is Ali. My name is Ali. You wanna make a podcast? Call it A Squared the show. I was like, I was literally like, I was literally like, this mofo decides to call me 4 a.m. my time, and
Hey,
usually
he's
doesn't
accurate.
call me.
It's 4 a.m. It was 4 a.m. his time. I don't know why I called him then. Yes.
Okay. And I was literally just about to sleep. I was staying up anyways, but still, if I wasn't, I would have been really annoyed. So I was literally for a minute thinking like this, like, what should I do? Should I kill him? Should I travel to LA and beat the shit out? Like, what should I do to this guy? And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do it.
There you go.
Literally.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally what happened. I was like, yeah,
Yes.
yalla, let's do it.
Yes. And then since as we said, we started off like just it was me and Ali, and then we had like guests on, and then more guests on, and then we found this niche, and then the international perspective is what we like having. We like having people from different countries and stuff. And
That's
so
So you are our representatives of India.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yo,
I probably he's like shit. I probably should have mentioned that.
I would have put my PC face on and like said a couple of nice things and talked gloriously, but I just like sat down like a bum and talked about drugs and that's but fuck it. This is a part of India that needs to be shown as well. What happens when you give your kids heroin and you die. So
well, I think important. We just need to.
I support.
Yeah, I do think we just.
I represent a very seriously disadvantaged community of India.
You're disadvantaged.
Yeah, guys who are going bald, basically.
You going bald, Vinamre?
No.
Okay.
I'm just supporting all the bald guys.
Okay. To any of the bald guys that are out there, we support you. No one really talks about the struggles of being a bald, like 20.
Yeah, we had a national blockbuster movie on that thing, and it just got hit because people love that. It's like, oh, someone cares about me.
Wait, are you being serious? In India? Like,
yeah.
But
there was this guy.
I actually saw that recently.
What's it called?
What is it called?
Bala
or something like that.
Yes, movie.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
Wears a wig because he's getting bald. It's a serious Indian problem. Like young guys are like, oh, shit, I want to get laid, but I'm like going bald. So
that's the one.
Focus on a young man plagued with premature baldness and the way he copes with the situation. Wow, revolving around his everyday struggle due to hair loss. This is a sad movie. That's good.
Shout out to my friends who are
funny.
19 and 20 and losing their hair. You know who you are.
Is this like a predominantly Indian problem? That like,
no, man.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Ali, both Alis. If you could go like this and see where your hairline is, yeah. We're all getting Jack Nicholson here.
This is true. That's good.
Nicolas Cage looking us.
That's true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a shout out to last episode.
Yes, of course. It should. All right. What about you, Naqaab? Do you have any suggestions? Any thoughts and ideas?
About baldness.
About baldness, about anything.
I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Quick, show us your hairline. Show us your hairline.
I mean, I think I'm touched with.
Show us your hairline.
Yeah,
We
that's
will
not
not
a
end this
problem.
episode. We will not end this episode without you showing us your hairline.
I
This can be a
don't know.
4-hour special.
4 hours
Me just
special.
asking
And at the
you
end,
to-
he's like, "Oh my,
Oh, shit.
oh, that's pretty. Oh,
We got
yes,
it, boys.
Nice. We got it, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
He,
got him.
he still has that 14-year-old like deep square cut
Yeah.
where you still have the hair.
Yo, that's the work from home look, man. That's the work from home, the lockdown look right there. It's not how I
Hey,
would.
search 2008 Justin Bieber. Quick. Do it before he leaves the call.
2000. Wait, all right. Bala movie. Let's go to Bing. 2008 Justin Bieber.
Yep,
All right.
that's 7. There we go.
That's
JB.
Bieber.
We are. Yeah,
Bieber.
man.
Nice.
Bieber.
You just type
Bieber.
Bieber
Bieber. You want me to see pictures of this guy?
images.
Yeah.
I was
Go ahead.
having a great time, guys, until now.
Is Justin Bieber
It's
a rapper?
Unnecessary, man. Oh, come on.
Fuck
guys.
yeah.
Oh,
Why are we looking at this, Ali? What's your point?
This should be an inspiration to.
Oh, this is what Naqaab looks like.
priorities.
Wait, let me put this side by side. Here we go. All right. So any of our
Priorities.
viewers looking at this, Naqaab is just like Indian Justin Bieber. Oh my God.
Yeah, we can't see it. Oh, there it is.
Oh, look at that. Whoa. Look, the similarities are
Oh.
uncanny. Except if he had a beard. That's good.
I'll take it, man.
You should shave it. Wait, if I were you, I'd shave the beard and then dye my
Yeah,
hair this
be
color.
like-
And then then you can go viral probably if you just that's the secret.
Probably.
Yes.
Usher
I'll,
will probably discover you.
I'll look into it, guys. Might get me a song
Look
with.
into it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, fuck that, dude. I'm gonna.
He was actually considering it. Oh God.
All right.
Okay. On a serious note, though,
On a
thank you
serious
guys
note,
for
thank
coming.
you guys
I
for
really
coming
had a
much.
blast.
Yeah, thank you for
we had
having
a lot
us,
of fun.
man.
This was a
It
lot
was
of fun
fun.
on our end and hopefully for your
That
end
was-
too.
Was.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have a great
You have
time.
all the
anything you
best
want to
to
shout
you
out?
guys.
Anything you want to let the world know?
Yeah. I want to shout out the new trade deal that's going to happen between India, Kuwait, and Lebanon. It's going to happen soon, and maybe we can talk to our president and facilitate it.
Mhm.
And that'll be pretty cool.
Mhm.
Beyond that, I also want to shout out. Fuck, should I say this? No. I
Nah,
want to
if
shout
it's-
out
if
my
you- no, no, no.
sexologist. I want to shout out
Oh,
my
God.
sexologist.
Mom, I'm so
do
sorry,
they have
Mom.
a name or is it just that?
Yeah, it's just that his name is printed on all the walls in my city, so he's just everywhere.
I
So
see.
he's also my podcast sponsor now. He's going to be my podcast sponsor soon.
Yes.
Is-
all right.
His name is Dr. Sheikh, and he helps you, grow your in both dimensions. So
All
that's
right,
like,
now-
long and then also wide.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
And Adi?
Yeah, it's-
I'm just probably shout out the doctors and shit who are doing
Just feeling
stuff.
my neck for one
All
last
this stuff.
time.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the real moral shit. I'm just here rapping a sexologist because that's what I'm about.
No,
Right.
okay.
that's the only thing I can think of, dude. Yeah.
Here's my closing monologue.
Wait. Let Adi speak his mind. Let him say what he wants to say. Thanks to the doctors. Thanks to the rappers.
All right. Yeah.
all the
Sorry.
hustlers.
That's
Thanks.
That was
Shout
the
out to
end of
Adi.
the
Listen to his new music. Where can we hear your music? Yes.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing I could do right now. So yeah, I'm everywhere on Spotify, Apple
Everywhere?
Music, YouTube, any
Wait.
social platforms or music streaming platforms.
So
yeah,
if I go here, right? This is not. Forget about him. Let me go to YouTube 1 second. Right, and then what do I?
yeah.
Yes. So I go to YouTube, and then what do I do?
So yeah, the spelling of my name is the important
It's the important
catch.
part.
here. It's
Yes. Okay.
NAQAAB 47.
NAQAAB. That's like that.
47. Yep, 47. And no
full
cap,
movie? Not the full movie. No.
no
That one,
spaces,
yeah.
no cap when you spell the man's name. That's it, man.
Let's see
If
it.
you
Okay.
press enter on that.
Oh,
you
that's
find
you.
a whole bunch.
When you had
Yep,
shorter
yeah.
hair. That's interesting. And the
I
sunglasses?
told you, man. This is a lockdown situation, which I extremely regret.
All right, guys.
Right, that was the only.
Yeah, please
That was
listen
the
to his
only thing
music.
that was.
Yeah, please listen to his
Thank you,
music.
thank you so much for the
Please,
shout out.
please.
You're
Okay.
welcome. You're
Of
welcome.
course, we got you. All right, wait, look at this. Look at
But
this.
yeah,
Alright.
that
Huh?
was the only thing stopping me from coming on to the show. The fact that my hair is not in its ideal state right now, but I still did it because like fuck it, like, we only live
That's the
once.
attitude to live by.
Right. So yeah, it was a fun decision that I stick by. It's been great.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for
Also,
coming.
on the last note, I actually have a serious podcast in my life where
Oh.
I also do like
yes.
non-film stuff.
Uh-huh.
But that's just me asking questions. That's like me being nice, like you guys, and asking serious questions. But this is Ali's podcast, and I wanted to fuck around a bit
Hey, do
because
your
I saw
thing.
two Ali's and I lost my mind. Yeah, so it's called the Vinamre Kasana Show, and it's super dope. If you ever want to invest in India and you want like a direct access to what the fuck is happening, you hit me up for some sponsorships and I'll get you money.
Wait, so how can we get money? So we go
No,
up
I mean,
here,
I'll
and then we type in Vinamre Kasana show.
yeah, and then you type in his bank account number, and my bank account number is going to show, and then you can just send me some money. Yeah.
Oh, wait, like that, and then you just click on this face or this face or this face on Apple Podcasts and
Yeah.
YouTube. Oh, that's pretty cool. This is from your basement. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, Ali, in fact, I wanted to shout out a podcast that we did together. So I cut out a clip of that and I posted it on my podcast. And I gave you guys the credit for that as well. So it's like, this is a clip from, the A2 show with Ali.
Oh.
And we talk about,
So you
I
stole
just
our
released it today.
content. All right, we're going to copy
did.
strike you. All right, cool.
Yep.
Beautiful.
We'll hit up our lawyers. Tiago, hit up our lawyers.
Right up our lawyers. Yes, thank you, Tiago. All right, beautiful. Thank
All
you.
right.
All right. Thank you, Vinamre.
Thanks, man.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
guys. Thank you for coming.
You
I
guys
don't know
are
if you watched
awesome.
an episode, but this is how we sign out. It's a salute to close the cap.
Let's do
All right.
this.
And peace.
Peace.
Oh, fuck.